Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio with this week's pre-orders. I went over these prices in advance and it looks like everything is coming in exactly as anticipated. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, and warcry content as well. So let's take a look. So here we see the return of Warhammer Quest Cursed City at the previous price of $199. So that is nice. Obviously there were some debacles last year with the release of this, and Games Workshop has decided to bring it back right now for a limited amount of time with the made to order at the original price of $199. Anyone that orders it in the next 2 weeks will receive it within a month or so, and then later on in the year, around October or November, it will become part of the regular line and fully available again. I do suspect when it comes back later on, though, it will come back at a higher price point, as the new Games Workshop prices are set to increase in the next couple of days. So this right now is probably the cheapest you'll be able to get it in the future. It will be more expensive, but we do know that there's going to be some expansions coming as well. So you know, if you might be interested in that, probably better to get it now than later. Let's skip over the collections for now and just take a look at our Battletomes. So we see the Battletome Fyreslayer Special Limited Edition and Battletome Idoneth Deepkin Limited Edition at $90 each. They were previously available for $80 each for the limited editions. And then we see the Battletome Fyreslayers and the Battletome Idoneth Deepkin for $55 each. Now this is actually a pretty big jump. The previous Battletomes, even the ones for this edition, actually were $40 each. So Games Workshop obviously came out and talked about the price increases and what we could expect. And when they came out, they said most of the publications, paper, etc. would be coming out for 10% increase. So that would go from 40 to 44. So a jump from 40 to 55 is a pretty big jump. It's 15 on $40. So, you know, we're basically talking about like close to a 30% increase, over 25%. So that is much more than we were told or expected. So obviously prices are going up. I'm not saying they're not, but this is not even close to in line with what we were told. If someone told you prices were going to go up 10% and then they went up 30%, in my opinion, you know, that's blatantly dishonest. So previously, you know, for Warhammer 40,000, the codexes were $45 each. Or no. The previous codexes were $50 each, and they went up to $55 each. But the Battletomes for Sigmar were $40 each. So the jump to 55 in line with the 40k codexes, while I can understand, it's not like you're getting a bunch more with 40k, but it's obviously a more popular game, so they were able to charge a premium for it. But now seeing that happen for Sigmar as well is surprising, to say the least. So we see the Warscroll cards for both factions coming in at $33. Again, that is what we were expecting and got in the pre-order pricing. Next, we see the dice sets coming in at $38 each. Again, these are going up from $35, so we're seeing them go from $35 to $38, which is slightly less than 10%. And then we see our Blood Bowl dice sets for $18. The Wood Elf Pitch Dugout, double-sided pitch and dugouts for $50 for Blood Bowl Wood Elf Team Card Pack at $30. And then of course we see some of our books coming out. The Ravener Rogue Special Edition at $60, the Ghasghkull Thraka Prophet of the Waaagh at $19, and then all of the recent pre-orders for the eldari. So there is something else interesting that I wanted to talk about as well. So first we have this set right here, the Wanderer of the Stars. When I initially looked at these, I thought that they were basically just a bundle, and rather than giving you a discount, they were giving you a free print with the set as sort of like a bonus, which actually I went through and did the math on the Sigmar stuff, and that is actually the case. So like Grimnar's Chosen Sons collection is $316 USD, and with that you get 2 of the Start Collecting Fyreslayers, which are $95 each, so that's $190. Plus you get the regular codex or regular Battletome, not even the special edition one. So $190 plus the 55 is $245, and then we have the cards, which would be $278, and then we have the dice as well, So that would be $316, which is the price of this. And then you get the art print for free as like sort of a bonus included. So no actual discount, but you do get a free art print for purchasing it. So I understand where they're coming from. Same thing with the Stealer of Souls collection. I think most people assume that they're getting some sort of discount and then the art print as a bonus. But in this case, you don't actually get a discount. You just get the bonus art print. But here, if we take a look at the Wanderer of Stars, this is what they do for the 40k sets. And this I really thought was interesting. So if we total all of this stuff up here, we actually see 55 and 45 is 100, and then 55 each for the Guardian squads is 110, so that is 210, plus 60 for the Reapers is 270, plus 38 for the Dice is 308, plus 29 for the Data cards, and then 50 for the Codex. So when it all comes out, it's $392. So you're actually being charged $50 for the art print. Definitely thought that was interesting. Caught me by surprise, as I really did think that the art print was basically your bonus that you got for free for buying the bundles. So not only do you not get a discount, but you're actually being forced to pay for the limited edition art print, $50. So literally, if you didn't want the art print, you could just buy all of the models from this bundle set and save yourself $50. Definitely just thought that was interesting. And I don't like to dwell on the price all the time, but obviously that's super relevant with everything going on here. And, basically Games Workshop had disclosed that we could expect 5% price increases on most things. Some things like the books and publications would be 10%. And then there was a very, very small percentage of things like the metal minis and some of like the Blood Bowl teams and stuff like that would go up 20%. But what we're actually seeing, in real time is completely different than that. The Battletomes going up from 40 to 55 is just under 30%. So that's a pretty big price hike. I mean, that's a very big price hike, I would say, considering they told us 10% and then they tripled the price increases. And again, I understand there's inflation, I understand there's stuff going on, but let's keep in mind Games Workshop has record profit margins right now. The dice increases from 35 to 38. I mean, the dice are obviously overpriced in my opinion, just for the 6 to be a custom, whatever on there. I get it though. Other people can't technically reuse Games Workshop's like logo for the different war bands or armies or whatever on the dice. So I get it. You could literally have custom dice made exactly how you want with whatever you want on them for cheaper than this by a third-party company. Games Workshop dice are nice and quality, but they don't have the same reign on dice that they do on the models and the IP and everything. So the Blood Bowl stuff, it's hard to compare. I mean, it's better that they offer stuff like this than not, obviously. The cards have gone up. They were 25 before, and they've gone up to 29. So again, they had said 10%. That would be $2.50. So they would go to $27.50. Instead, they went up to 29. So again, we're seeing much closer to like a 15+% increase. Previously, we had seen the characters at $40 for like Jane Czar and some of the other, similar new Eldar line characters. So again, we're seeing like a 12.5% increase. The previous Guardian set was $40. This one does come with some extra bits, so you can make both Guardian squads. But again, going from 40 to 55. I mean, just the way that these prices are actually going up compared to what we were told is completely different. It's completely different than what we were told. So, I try not to overly dwell on the prices here, but as we just completely see, Games Workshop essentially making these releases and, foreclosing or disclosing that the prices are going to be going up, I think people like take what they say as the truth. When they say it's going to go up 5% for most stuff or 10% for publications, I think most people are expecting that. So for Games Workshop to come out and actually go from 10 to 30% or from 5 to 12%, they're basically tripling the price increases that they told people about. So, I think that they wanted to pull forward a bunch of demand prior to the price increases, and that's why they gave us a month. It's like, hurry up and buy your stuff to try to create that FOMO effect. And then after that, people are still going to buy new stuff as it comes out, or stuff that they didn't have an opportunity to get, etc. So it does pull forward a lot of demand. But the truth is, I mean, this is just, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And I constantly see people leaving the hobby left and right over the prices and choosing alternative games, alternative minis, or, completely leaving altogether. And it's very unfortunate. So I don't want to get stuck up on the prices all the time, but obviously this is super relevant, as I think this basically shows us what we can expect going into the future. Now, we know for sure that the start collecting boxes are going away for Warhammer 40,000. They're almost already gone. They're basically switching over to the combat patrols. And then we know for Sigmar, they're starting to do the same thing as well. So just to fully disclose, I was told already by Games Workshop that the start collecting Fyreslayers is going away. So if you want that start collecting Fyreslayers, this is your last time to get it for $95. The Magma Droth is probably not going to be in the new set that comes out, because they are now offering the Magma Droth separately. Now, they haven't said the price on that, but I suspect he's probably going to be $95, maybe $75, I don't know. But if you want to get that kit, now is the best time to do it, because you get a bunch of free dwarves with it. But that is no longer going to be available very, very soon, probably as soon as they sell out of them. And then we're going to go ahead and see some of the Vanguard sets coming out for, I know for sure the dwarf one is coming out, the Fyreslayers, and then I assume probably the Idoneth one, although I'm really not sure, because I don't know what kind of stock they have on those, and I assume they'll want to sell out the start collecting boxes before they transition over. So again, that's just speculation, but I do know the Fyreslayer one is going away, and it is a pretty good deal, especially considering we don't know for sure the price on the Magma Droth, but probably going to be expensive. So just an observation. Again, I hate getting stuck up on prices all the time, but I know that's what people care about. I know it's relevant. I hear your guys' comments. I hear what you're saying, and I totally agree with you. It is ludicrous to see these going on, and I know what's going on in the world right now. I know there's all types of, other things affecting this, but the fact of the matter is it's not like they're passing these down just to make up for the difference. We're seeing Games Workshop at a record profit margin, and it's going parabolic. The typical historical profit margin, net profit percent of Games Workshop, has been around 20%, and right now it's trending over 35, close to 40. So in the last 2 years, they have doubled their profit margin, which means the amount of money they take home after all their expenses, after everything, is double. So they're not just passing on increased prices or costs to the consumer. They're using the price increases to exponentially go up to make a higher profit margin. So again, they're a business. I get it. I totally understand. But at the same time, don't lie about it. And that's my main issue with it. So when we see something like Cursed City come back at $199, honestly, I was very surprised by it. And I think that's great. I think it's loaded with models. Maybe the game doesn't play perfectly. I know there's some online fixes to make it a little more fun. I know it's got some bad publicity. But to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure how many of the people that gave Cursed City bad reviews was because they couldn't get a copy of it and they just watched some videos online, or if they actually sat down and played the game. Or a lot of times the people reviewing these games will literally just play the game by themselves, playing as all the characters, and just grind through it. That's not how games are meant to be played. When you play a game like this, with 3 of your friends and go through it, you're obviously going to have a lot more fun than if you just sit down, move all this stuff, and just mechanically go through the game by yourself. So I'm not sure how accurate the reviews are on the actual gameplay. I know the models are fantastic. I know all the contents that come inside it look fantastic and are all very high quality. So I think that this is, basically great that it's coming back at that same price again and the opportunity to buy it. And we saw something similar with Blackstone Fortress. Not that it went out of print or whatever initially, but it was not that popular in the beginning when it first came out. I played it. We played through it. It was super fun. I love the game. It was awesome. And then it wasn't until a year afterwards that it became really popular. And by then all the expansions were sold out and going for ridiculous prices. And then all of a sudden the game really caught on and everyone loved it. So I have a feeling that's the same thing that's going to happen with Cursed City. So if you're thinking about getting it, if you like the price, if you like the models, or you want to actually try out the game for yourself, I really do recommend getting Cursed City at this price point, because the truth is, in the future when it comes out later, it's only going to be more expensive. So even if you decide you don't like it or whatever, you could probably recoup most of your money for it and get some fun out of it, or you'll end up with a bunch of miniatures you can use for something else. So that's just my honest opinion. Again, last chance to maybe get these Fyreslayer start collecting boxes if that's something you're interested in. I don't know what is going to be in the new Vanguard box for the Fyreslayers, but the truth is the fact that they're going to be selling the Magma Droth separately tells me he's probably not going to be in there. So I don't think that you're going to get the Magma Droth in there, although maybe you will. I don't know for sure anything about the Idoneth, but it seems like when the new Battletomes come out that they are doing like the Vanguards as well. So we saw that obviously for the like Nurgle, Demon, Putrid, Blight Kings guys. They're the first Vanguard box that has come out, and it came out with their Battletome. So I would suspect we're going to get a Vanguard box for the Idoneth Deepkin, and then also I know for sure for the Fyreslayers as well. So, but that is it for today. Just wanted to discuss some of these things, some of these price increases, and just kind of compare them to what we were told or what we were expecting. Obviously, we are seeing that these things are not selling out. The demand is either way down or production is way up or somewhere in between. You guys know I've done quite a few videos on this various stuff, but we see that, essentially, I mean, these are selling out, these, special edition things, but none of the actual contents of them are gone or anything like that. So that's all that really matters. Can you still get all the contents? Because you're not getting a great deal. All you're doing is basically paying a premium to get that art print. With hopes that it will be worth something in the future, I guess. I don't know. Here, you're getting the art print for free at least, not paying a premium, but still, I'm just not sure how many people even care about getting the Codex art on a piece of paper that they have already pre-framed. So, but that's it for today. Didn't mean to be overly negative on this stuff, but, it really bums me out, obviously, that they are hiking the prices going into what's happening right now. I understand they're trying to protect their bottom line, but we can see clearly when we look at their financials and do the breakdown that they're not coming into line with their increased costs. Because if their margin percent is going up, if their net profit percent is going up, we know that they are hiking prices far above what is necessary to just maintain profitability. We know what they're doing is basically trying to make up for lack of sales with increase in margins. So if they're losing sales because of whatever, slowing economy, raising prices, etc., as long as they're closing the gap on that with increased profit percentages, they can make it appear like they're still doing just as well. But we all know, based on history, based on what companies have done in the past, it never lasts. Whenever we see a company do that, it never lasts. It always eventually snowballs and then kills demand, kills whatever the product line is, etc. So, but that's it for today. Just wanted to discuss our pre-orders. So we see everything coming in at the prices we expected. But unfortunately, when I looked at this previously, I was thinking that the Battletomes were already $50 and that they were going up to $55. And then I just so happened to notice that even the newer Battletomes were priced at $40 and now they're going up to $55. So pretty big price hike on those. And I suspect that at least the Battletomes that have come out for this edition will go up to 55. So if there was an army you were thinking about picking up the Battletome, might be a good idea to pick that up. If you were thinking about picking up Curse City, might be a good idea to pick that up. And if you were considering Fyreslayers start collecting, definitely going away as well. And I suspect that the Idoneth will also. So that's it for today. Let me know what you guys think down below. Typically get the same feedback from you guys, and a lot of times my tone reflects how I feel like the community is feeling, because I do try to be relatable to you guys and I try to take in all your feedback and everything. So let me know what you think. I try not to always dwell on prices and everything, but I know that that is concerning to a lot of people right now and on the top front page of what everyone's paying attention to. And obviously this is a hobby that we all play for fun, but it's hard to justify sometimes these price increases or spending this amount of money on things when the prices are just nonstop going up. But obviously, if you already have armies, if you already have lots of miniatures or, products sitting around waiting, price increases are good for you because now all the stuff that you have is worth a little bit more. So, there's always a way you can look at it, positively or negatively. But if you're looking to purchase some models going into the future or building the army or whatever, obviously expect to pay probably, they have said 5 to maybe 10% more. I would say expect to pay probably 12% on average more for an army into the future. So Well, that's it for today, Warhammer Man Studios. If you liked the video today, I would do all kinds of, news, reviews, reactions, unboxings, and then of course we're a commission-based studio, so we show off our commissions as they come out of the studio. I recently did a Space Wolf commission expansion force and a Adeptus Sororitas commission expansion force. Check out those videos if you haven't already. They came out phenomenally. And then also all kinds of customizations, painting tutorials, magnetizations, and pretty much anything else to do with the hobby. So that's it for today. If you like Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, and Warcry content as well, make sure that you like and subscribe, share with your friends. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.